Hey guys, welcome back. So in this session, we're going to talk about how do you install a WordPress website and with various commands. And then if we face any error message or any issues, how do we troubleshoot these things in the EC2 instance? So for this, I'm going to log into aws.amazon.com to my website. Okay. So to my account, so I'm clicking on sign into the console. Now log in with your root username and password. Okay, so once you do that, just click on the EC2 instance. Make sure that you are in North Virginia or wherever you have launched your instances. So for us, our workshop is been running on North Virginia. And if you see the instance running, yeah, so this instance is running and this has been assigned to an elastic IP address. See here, elastic IP address is here. Now the concept, I just want to tell you again, the elastic IP address will not be charged until your instance keeps running. So if you see the instance keeps running since my last workshop, so there is no charge. But in the previous, if I go to my billing, that AWS Go and then billing dashboard, so if you go to bills here and then scroll down, you will get charges by service. Click on this. Now scroll down, it will tell you what are all the services is being getting activated and how much is the charge. If you see, there is something called Elastic Compute Cloud. I'm getting $0.19 expanded, and there is something called US East North Virginia. Click on it. Now in the US East North Virginia, if you scroll down, it says there are two things which is being happening. One is the NAT gateway and the other one is the NAT gateway hour. So here if you see NAT gateway, as I said, it will be charged. So I was using some 0.115 GB. If you remember, we were doing some experiment on that. And also the NAT gateway per hour, 2 hours it's been used, so total we got some charge. Okay, and also there is something called elastic compute. So elastic compute. But here if you see the description, it says instance hour. Okay, and here on demand analyze, I was using m5.large for a certain maybe for 5 to 10 minutes. I think for that they have charged some $0.02. So for EBS I don't have anything. For elastic IP, see my elastic IP. So for elastic IP I got this one, see, $0.00 per elastic IP address not attached to a running instance for the first hour. Okay, this seems good. But here if you see, they charge something $0.007 elastic IP address not attached to a running instance per hour. So so we did not attach a running instance to an elastic IP address. So if you are not attaching a running instance to an elastic IP address, then it will be charged. I mean, yes, if the elastic IP has been attached to a running instance, no problem. As soon as you stop the instance, then there will be a charge on the elastic IP. Okay, cool. Now let me go back and then let me go to EC2 instance. So what are we going to cover here is so the same instance which we are looking for, this is the instance. I'm going to click on connect and then click on connect. And in the meantime, I'm looking for the public IP. And if you hit on public IP, you're getting something. I'm getting the page. And if you see the route 53, I think I do have the same IP added in the record. If you remember the route 53 records where we added the a record, so ownlearning.click, and here if you see, yeah, if you scroll right, so there is the same IP address 35.175.167.47 35.175. So even if you do ownlearning.click, Yeah, so that is fine. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna install the WordPress here. So for that I have the commands added in my GitHub repo. So I would attach that in the course notes. You can always verify that. So now I'm gonna download the WordPress software. Yeah, so wget, so it will be downloaded. So if you type ls, so you will get the latest.tar.gz. okay, now after that what we're gonna do is we're gonna unzip it, tar hyphen untar it, to be frank with you. So tar hyphen xzf. So if you type ls, you will get WordPress is there. Okay, and if you want to see what all the things are in WordPress, so you can check it. Now if you're a beginner and you're not sure what we have done, so what is this tar, what is this untar, I can attach my old video of how the starring and untarring and what all the various options available. You can always visit that. Okay, cool. Now this is the tar thing, and then we're gonna go back. So here I'm gonna make sure that MariaDB server is running or not. So systemctl status MariaDB. If you see, yeah, my SQL MariaDB is running. So I don't want to run this command. Okay, if the MariaDB is not running, then you can always run this command. Yeah, now the next thing is what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the we're going to log into the MariaDB database. So for this is a command, mysql -u for root is the user, and -p means it will ask for the password. So if you copy and if you paste it, but I would suggest you to type it so that it'll it'll go to your brain. So click on this. Now it's asking for the password, so enter the password. I think I remember the password, but let me check. Okay, now so let me, so make sure this is a password which we have done couple of session back. Make sure you save that password. Now you're in MariaDB. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create this user. Okay, this is a syntax for that. So I'm just making it very easy, just copying and pasting it. But if you're following me, just open the GitHub and then just type it to understand more. If you want to give the command basics, so what happens is create user is a syntax, and what is a username? WordPress-user is a username at localhost, means on this Linux machine, identified by what is a password. The password value is the same thing which is inside the single quotes. Now if you hit enter, it will say yeah, query is okay. Now it is affected. Now the next one is you have to create the database. So this is the database. Okay, now right click and then paste as plain text. So now it has created the database as well. The database name is WordPress-DB, and this is the syntax. Now the next thing is you are going to grant all the privileges on this particular database to this user, same the user which we created at this machine. Okay, so copy this and then copy this and then paste as plain text. So that is also done. The next one is flush privileges, means whatever settings you have updated or changed, okay, it will get refreshed. It will get applied once you run this flush privileges command. So that is also done. After that you have to hit exit. That's it, guys. Now you have created a database user. You have created a database and you have given the permission for that particular user onto that new database, and then you flush the privileges. So these are all the things which we have done from the MariaDB database perspective. Okay, now after that we're gonna do the PHPMyAdmin GUI tool. Okay, now if you ask me, Samir, we have seen the database and other things, but it is all in the CLI mode. How can I access in the GUI mode, in the graphics mode? We have a lot of tools for that, but I have taken this time there's something called PHPMyAdmin GUI tool. Even if you go PHPMyAdmin tool, so you will get it, you can get it downloaded into your Windows machine, and then you can try that. Okay, but for now I'm just going to do this command. So it will install the PHPMyAdmin and the necessary database. So that is done. Now after that, just restart the Apache. That is also done. Then you have to restart the PHP-FPM as well. This is also related to the PHP. And then now you're gonna go to the cd var www.html. So you are in HTML folder, and now you're gonna get the package from the PHPMyAdmin page. So we are using wget and then the URL. Okay, now if you type ls, you will get the, see, we got the package here. Now after that, what you're going to do is you're going to do make dir PHPMyAdmin. So there is already a PHPMyAdmin folder. In your case, you won't be having it. Okay, so don't worry. So in your case, you will have only one tar.gz file. Okay, so make dir and then run this command. Done. Now if you say, you will get two entries. One would be the PHPMyAdmin directory and the other one is the tarball. We call it as a tarball. Okay, cool. Now after that, you're gonna remove the, once it is created, we're gonna remove the tar.gz file. Okay, so let's wait for a minute. Yeah, so now if you say, I'm gonna remove the tar.gz file, now you'll have only one folder called PHPMyAdmin. Okay, now what is inside the PHPMyAdmin? It all related to the PHP folders and all the necessary softwares to run the PHP software. Okay, that is good. Now the next thing is, after this, so we're gonna do this step, guys. Okay, so what this step does is, we're going to edit the wp-config.php file. Okay, in order to do that, what you're going to do is, you have to run this command. So what we are doing here is, see here, so going back, sorry guys, okay, cool. Now if you see this, you're in PHP. I'm going back to my home directory. If you type pwd, you're in home/ec2-user. If you type ls-lrt, so you will get something called WordPress here. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is, inside this WordPress, if you type ls, there is a file called, okay, let me clear the screen. There is a file called wp-config.sample.php. so we're gonna rename this to wp-config.php. so that is what this command does actually. Okay, so now if you see my command here, so what we're doing is, we're gonna copy this wp-config.sample.php and we're gonna create a new file with the same content called wp-config.php. so this is what we're gonna do. So going back here, so right click and then paste as plain text. Okay, so what you can do here is, you have to execute this command in fact from your home directory. Okay, so paste as plain text and then that's it, done. Okay, now if you go back to WordPress folder, then if you type ls-lrt, there is a file called wp-config.php is created. Now we're going to modify this wp-config.php. so if you ask me, Samir, what is this wp-config.php, so you can see that by yourself. See this. So wp-config.php is nothing but, this is the configuration file for your WordPress. Okay, now in this WordPress file, you will declare what is the database connection and what is the user and what is the password, blah 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 blah, all those things. So basically these things will have database settings, you will have secret keys and other database table prefix, everything. So for now, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna modify the database name. So if you see this is a command you have to perform, sudo space vi space wordpress/wp-config.php. but now I'm already inside the WordPress. So what I'll do here is, I'll just type sudo space vi space wp-config.php. okay, sudo space vi space wp-config.php. So now we got it. Now if you scroll down, yes, so it's asking for what is the database name, what is the database user, blah 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 blah. So what is our database name is WordPress-db, correct? So what I'll do, I'll just delete this one. So here we go. Okay guys, 1 minute. Okay, cool. WordPress-db. okay, that is one thing. The next one is Okay, WordPress hyphen user, this is the things, and then the password, it's asking for the password. So what is the password which you have given? Okay, that is also done, and rest of the things you don't need to change. Now we have modified the configuration files. Now exit and save it. So just make sure that whether the changes are there or not. So wp-config.php. Okay, so that is also there, which is good. Now what is the next step? So we have modified the WordPress configuration file so that the WordPress, our application, can connect to the right database. So that is what we have done. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we have to, so if you see currently, where is our home directory? I mean, we have our WordPress directory here in home/ect user, but ideally this one should be there here. See, it should be under the HTML folder. Only then if I am accessing ownlearning.click, then I will get my WordPress. Since I do not have anything in this folder, I'm getting a test page of Apache. If I add something, some HTML file, okay, or some sort of WordPress folder, then you will get it. Okay, so this is very important. So let's go and execute it. So for that you have to copy this file and go to your home directory. Yeah, good. Now right click and then paste as plain text. Now what this command does is, this command will copy the entire WordPress directory recursively, means including all the subdirectories inside WordPress. Inside that there would be another folder, inside that there would be another folder. All these things will be copied properly into this location, var www.html. Yeah, now if you hit enter, that's it, done. Now if you go back to cd var www.html lsc, you will have all the content, all the directories and files, whatever you saw inside the WordPress folder. So it was pasted here. And also if you type ls-lrt, and then there is something called wp-config.php, which we have edited it from there. So you can verify whether it has come up properly or not. See this? Yes. So WordPress-db is there, WordPress-user is there, and also our password is there. Okay, perfect. Okay guys, so what's next now? Now we have copied these things. Now the next thing is we have to execute this command to make sure that your WordPress sublinks are working. We call it as a permalinks. So let's click on sudo vim this command. Okay, right click and paste as plain text. So now here you have to look for this particular content called directory var www.html. Now if you scroll down, there should be something called, yeah, here, see, I want to come here, directory var www.html, and then scroll down, and you have to change it to allow override, delete this one, and then just type all, and then save it. Yeah, so once that is done, so this step is over. The next one is you have to install the PHP graphics as well. Okay, that is to modify the images. Okay, so I'll just follow that as well. Okay, sudo yum install php-gd. So that is done. Then now the next one is what you can do is we will just verify whether it's working or not. So I'm gonna type ownlearning.click. Okay, see, you're getting a WordPress installation. So this is a page where it says where you have to configure a couple of things. So I'm gonna give some website title like workshop AWS, and then username I'm gonna give something like this, and then the password for now I'm just gonna give like this. Okay, so you can give an email address, no problem. So I'm gonna create these things. I'm gonna hit on install WordPress. Now the WordPress will be installed. After that, clicking on login, then you just type your ID which you have created now. So just log in with that. Once you hit on login, ta-da, it's working good, right? Now if you go to the post here, okay, before you hit on anything, so this is a WordPress. So if you ask me, Simi, what is this, you can easily, if you click on new incognito window, say for example, if somebody is trying to type ownlearning.click from your phone or something, they will get this web page. This is the hello world web page. Okay, how you are getting this hello world, because you have this default post, it has been added. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, I'm going to move to trash, apply. Now you will not be having any post at all. Now if you come here, if you go back and then if you refresh the screen, you will not be getting the hello world. See, it's gone. Okay, you just got some home page. Now what I will do here is I'll just click on add new. I want to show you something. So click on add new. Yeah, so I'm gonna click like my home page and then image, upload. So here, say for example, I'm gonna upload some images. Yeah, so let me, oh no, not this one, that is different file type, that is a JFIF file type. I will add, okay, maybe this one, text studio, beginners text studio. Okay, wow. So we are getting some message here, guys. Okay, so what this says is there is a permission issue in your WordPress directory. So that's why you are getting this error, like unable to create directory, wp-content, is its parent directory writable by the server or not. So in order to resolve this issue, what we have fixed here is you need to execute these many commands. Okay, so this is a command which will give the file ownership of var www and all its contents to the Apache server. So I'll just copy this and then paste it here. Okay, so change it, so that is done. Now I want you to do this as well. This is for the group ownership. Okay, so just do this as well, paste as plain text, that is done. Now after that you have to execute the directory permissions of var www also, and then you need to find all the directories, okay, which is under var www. See, find all the directories -type d directory inside this location and execute this command. Okay, and give this permission 2775 permission. Okay, so that is what I'm gonna do. Paste as plain text, so that is also done. Now after that, okay, so recursively you have to change the file permissions of var www and its subdirectory. So earlier it was directory, but now it is file. Okay, so copy that, come here and then paste as plain text, so that is done. The last one is you have to restart the Apache. Okay, so when you do that, what happens is this error message, you will not get it. So maybe I will add this here. If you get this error, okay, let me edit it. Permission issue, execute the below commands to solve it. Yeah, cool. So now let me commit the changes. Okay, cool. Now what we have done here is, okay, it's still doing. Yeah, so that is also done. Now I will restart the Apache. Okay, all well. Now what I'm going to do here is either I'm going to refresh the screen and then I will try whether it works or not. If it's not working, maybe I'll try to open a new incognito window and just check. So I'm just click on upload and then I'm gonna add some image like this. Okay, now it is working. So it was clearly purely a permission issue, guys, so make sure you understand that. Now if you click on publish and then this is done, publish, so it is publishing. Now what happens is if you go to this page and then if you refresh the screen, you should get the text studio page here. If you click on my home page here, see, you're getting this. So this is the basic understanding of WordPress. Okay, you can create your blogs, and so this is our WordPress application. We don't have any custom application. We can use this one for our learning purpose. Yeah. Now the next thing what I would do here is, let me go to WordPress. Okay, so here if you go to appearance, and then if you go to themes here, and then so currently this is the active one. Yeah, so you can add any themes, but there are multiple themes where you have to buy it. Okay, so say for example, if you want to activate this theme, you can do it. Just click on activate. So currently this is active, this is activate, click on activate. Okay, live preview, new theme activated. Okay, it says visit site. So let me refresh the screen, let me see what happens. Okay, see, the theme is changed. So basically you can build a lot of things in this. Okay, so this is the way of how you have installed the WordPress website, and we saw some error message and we have fixed it. Okay, now in the next video what we're going to talk about here is we're going to take a backup of this, and then we will try to do some permutations and various ways of troubleshooting things, and let's see how it works, guys. Okay, so that's it for today's video. So please follow this. I will be giving the link for this host WordPress website. Please follow that, and see you soon in the next video. Thank you.